Hello everyone, my name is Valerie White-Williams and today I am talking about the lunar eclipse. And the lunar eclipse is going to be happening on November 8th. So every year we have what we call eclipse season. And so usually there's 2 eclipses, sometimes 3, about 6 months apart. So we most recently had the solar eclipse that happened earlier in October. And now it's kind of like the door is closing. It's kind of because the lunar eclipse is where we're going to get some insight on what we need to let go of. So the solar eclipse opens the door and you're going to find something that you're going to learn. You're going to get this learning, like this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change direction. There's a change of direction in the solar eclipse because the solar eclipse happens on the new moon, and the new moon is always a time of renewal. So before we had the fake Gregorian calendar, everybody turned to the moon to measure time. That's how people did it. We looked at the moon, and you looked at the moon would cycle every 28, 29 days. And so the new moon has always been a time of renewal, doing something new, creating a new direction. But when we have an eclipse, it's even more intense because that eclipse, that new direction, is going to be in our life for the next 5 months. And so it's kind of a new shift for a long time, more than just a month. And then when we have the lunar eclipse, we're going to get this enlightened thing, like we don't need to do this anymore. We're going to remove something in our life, a belief, a thought, a person. It's like, I'm done with this. And that might not happen all at once on November 8th, but you might kind of evolve into it. So we have the newness that was in Scorpio, and then now we're having the lunar eclipse in Taurus, and it's going to be at 16 degrees Taurus. Now we have a lot going on because the moon's nodes are also transiting Scorpio and Taurus. So there's lots of cleansing coming in. There's lots of turbulence in our outer world and also our inner world. So it really behooves us to tune in to these emotions and also the energies, for lack of a better word, to actually make our life move in a different direction. Because the more conscious you are about these energies, the easier it is to kind of flow with it. And if you're just like dum-de-dum-de-dum, I don't pay attention, then you're going to be backed and popped around like a bumper car or the old pinball machines. But when you kind of see it coming, you can prepare. So it's in Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth. So we're really talking about finances, relationships, money, finances and relationships. I think it's a really key thing for all of us that's showing up in these eclipses right now. Because Scorpio, it talks about other people's money and all this transformation. Taurus wants to be comforted. It's like wants to live on the earth. That's why it's the bull, and the bull wants to be comforted and just relax. But maybe there are things that we need to kind of take to heart, like maybe this isn't the right direction. We need to drop things. Maybe we're not living in the right place right now, or we're supposed to do something else that's in the physicality. Now, what we also have to look at is where that 16 degrees shows up for you in your chart. So it's going to show up in a different place because the chart wheel is like the houses in a movie set or a play, that there are different places. So we're going to be in Taurus, but it's going to be in all kinds of places. So that gives you this idea of where you're going to kind of let go of something that maybe you believe, that you think you should have had, that you maybe see the light and go, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I still believing, doing, working with these people, having a relationship with a person, not understanding my worth? Because that's the other thing about Taurus. It's about your self-worth. Do you deserve to have the life you want? That's a big question, because a lot of people just do what other people want us to do. And then you're like, why am I here? So there's big things afoot. And again, it may not just happen right on the eclipse, but we have this whole 6 months to kind of learn the new direction. And that's going on, of course, through the world. So I wanted to get this movie in early because giving you some time to think about what needs to shift. What do you need to let go of? And it could just be a belief, like you think something and it's a belief that you held on to for a really long time, and now you're like going, no, this isn't working for me. It's not working for me. And that's how we make change. So again, the solar eclipse opens the door to something new, a new idea. The lunar eclipse is giving you permission to let go of something that's not serving you anymore. Because sometimes if we hold on to things, we have to let go to where we're supposed to go next. And that's what this eclipse is going to show with us. So think about that. I'd love to see what comments you can find. Of course, it hasn't happened yet, but I want to give you this message so you can prepare, because a lot of how we create in life starts with the idea. It starts with the thought. That's how everything starts, an idea. And then we can give form to that idea. And it's kind of hard to let go sometimes because we're used to things the way they are, even if it's painful and even if it's comfortable, and it's like, but it's not comfortable. We need to let it go. We need to let it go to our next level in our life. All right, so I hope this helps for you guys. I also have two groups on Facebook. There's YouTube Success Strategies, where I'm coaching other people, and also Creative Soul Alignment, where we're working on creativity and sharing our art with the world. And all art is welcome. So you can find the information in the description, and I hope to see you there. All right, take care. Bye.